Hood Tour Season 5, Episode 48. Had to change the battery. All caught on camera. Fucking people driving like dumbasses. Part of the reason why I ride with a camera. And there's Kenya's mom. Nope. A little bit cooler today than what I was wanting, but I'm not going to complain too much. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What's going on here? I don't know if they're moving back in or not. Gonna go up to now I'm gonna go to Dan's the Vlog. Fuck. You don't want to deal with this shit at 3:30 in the afternoon. So I'm hoping after this cruise, nice middle lane turn. Holy shit. I didn't expect it to rain that fucking bad yesterday. This is a lot fuller than normal. fucking rained all goddamn day yesterday. You can't park in your parking lot where you live. I mean, I'm kind of fucking ready at this point for these fucking kids to be back in school, because, well, for one, I'm ready for them to be back, but for two, I lose this during the week then. You know, on like days that I'm off and all that. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna get a vlog done. Oh. All right, so. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Back in it again at Dan's. I know it wasn't out yesterday. I should have done a fucking vlog in the garage, but I decided not to. You know, I had yesterday off. I had to work Tuesday. So that's why you guys didn't see me on Tuesday. Autumn called me. I was in the middle of gaming, and I was all ready to go get some lunch too. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Nothing really, just about ready to go get some lunch. What's up?" You know, she said, "I'm just calling to see if you wanted to fucking cover for me on, you know, cover for Ryan, you know, and come in and help me with, you know, with whatever at the store." I said, "Yeah, I'll be there." You know, she's like, "Okay, I'll see what you get here." I said, "Okay, just give me about 20, 15, 20 minutes. She said, "Okay, no rush. You know, I'm ready to go, whatever." So I can change. We're still out there to fucking visit, you know, for a good chunk of time. She's like, "Okay, I can work with that." I said, "If you can, that'd be great. You know, thank you." You know, and if I'm out of here a little bit later, that wouldn't be a, you know, worst case scenario, but whatever. You know, and I got sent home early today because it was fucking slow, which I kind of wanted to go anyway, but I got sent home. I said, "Man, it's really fucking slow." You know, because when I'm not in the kitchen, I don't give a shit if it's busy. You know, I don't mind it too much if I'm not in the kitchen. But so I ended up just getting sent home early and yada yada yada. So fucking just had a long week, you know, with the weather and with what was going on at Quick Trip, which I don't want to talk about anymore. You know, I just had a long fucking week for some reason. You know, I didn't really work that much this week. You know, Tony wanted me to work for him or work at Bellevue on this past Saturday. You know, Saturday after after the week down there, Saturday during the week when we had our audit. And I told him I'm going to have to pass. I told him, I said, dude, if you want me to work at Bellevue every other fucking week, I need to be there. And if you want to go, I need to be off. I'm just going 6 days off. Yeah, if I got one here, I got one here, it's up here. I was sort of told him, either I'm going to get a raise for helping you, or I am done fucking helping at Bellevue. Because I told Autumn, I don't know how much more I can keep working at fucking Bellevue. And she's like, why? I said, because I tell her every fucking time that I'm there, I get headaches. Because of that fucking grease trap thing that they got, that we, I think every location has them. Or every, restaurant, every place that deals with food has them. It's the grease, they're